So how to have unwavering faith in the outcome you do want. You've got to get rid of this shit that you've currently got unwavering faith in that you don't realize you've got faith in, which is your fears. You've got to tip the scale from the fearful, obsessional, unwavering, didn't realize I was thinking them subconscious thoughts to, of course I get what I want. It's here. It's done. How to persist in the knowing that it is done despite emotions, etc. How to train unwavering faith. Now, faith in the unseen, faith in the outcome, faith that it's happening, faith that you'll manifest it is what we're talking about in this lesson. Despite what's happening out here, despite circumstances, despite what you're thinking, and despite what you're feeling. So guys, there was a vote here about which LOS lesson we're going to do, because you can suggest your LOS lessons inside the squad. The first one was, LOS said in one of her recent videos, no one ever asked her how she manifested becoming a millionaire. I want to know that. There are a lot of people wanting to know, but you all voted for this one. So all of my following don't seem to care about money manifestation. You all care about love manifestation or manifesting outcomes, okay? So let's focus on that. Now, this can also apply to money. Okay, so those of you who wanted the millionaire lesson, this also applies to anything I'm talking about. Faith in the unseen, whether it's manifesting money, manifesting love, manifesting anything else. When they say in the Bible, faith in the unseen, a lot of you, if you were religious back in the day, as kids growing up and you were taught biblical teachings, you will understand that it was faith in God. Okay, and the unseen was the thing that God was going to do for you. I put it to you that that has been misinterpreted the wrong way, and that you are God and you've got to have faith in yourself. Now, if you understand Oprah Winfrey and you understand the success she's had, you'll understand that one of her biggest beliefs, or her biggest belief, is with God, anything is possible. So she doesn't think anything is impossible to her, because God is with her at all times. She has unwavering faith in that. What she's failed to realize is she has, therefore, unwavering faith in herself because she's God. You can believe in an outside God, but you are also God, okay? God was made in our image. Jesus was made in our image. If you can understand that the whole teaching of the Bible is, I am God, but so are you, then you will have the ability to have unwavering faith because you've understood your God. Most of you who come to the manifestation world, first of all, come to law of assumption, have once been taught from the law of attraction world, and that believes in an outside entity like the universe. That's just another, more PC way of saying God. It's an outside influence, okay, that's deciding things for you. Nothing is deciding things for you, guys, whether it's God outside of you or the universe outside of you, okay, or your specific person or the bank or anything else outside of you. If you can understand that everything is decided by you, determined by you, created by you, manifested by you, you will understand that the thing, the entity you have to have faith in is yourself, because you are the one manifesting all. You cannot put the onus on the manifestation on anyone else. It is you, and it has been you all along, which means that not only are you not learning to manifest, you have been manifesting all along, but you are also manifesting unfavorable things right now that you don't realize you're manifesting. And those of you who don't understand that part, don't understand how you can suddenly have faith in the unseen when you've had unwavering faith constantly in the unseen, unfavorable manifestations. So let me just go back about what I mean by that. Those of you who are in no contact right now with your specific person or have been broken up with, fail to recognize that you had thoughts that created a state whereby you got that outcome. And you had an unwavering belief in that. That's why it manifested. Now, when I say an unwavering belief, I'm not saying you purposefully did that to yourself or you chose to believe those things, but your subconscious did. And your subconscious rules all, and it says what goes if you don't control it. So those fears that were running in the back of your subconscious mind created that outcome of being now in no contact or broken up with, or your specific person not prioritizing you if you're in a relationship right now, or them pulling away from you, or being hot and cold, or being with someone else. Whatever it is you've manifested, you did that from your fears. And you unwaveringly, meaning you never stopped, you constantly believed in it, thought those things without knowledge of doing it, without realizing you were doing it. And if you're really consciously aware of what you were thinking at that time, you will become aware of the fears you were fearing unwaveringly that caused that outcome that you now no longer want. So those of you who get butthurt by me constantly reminding you that you are the only cause of what's happened to you are butthurt because you've come here in order to change what's happened, but you need to backtrack, reverse engineer, and realize what has happened was caused by you and your unwavering faith in your fears. And those fears have now manifested. I fear, my fears have come upon me. That's what that means. So, the same level of faith that you had in your fears is the same level of faith you now need and more in the opposite, which is not fearing, believing that the outcome you want will manifest, that you will have the favorable outcome, not the unfavorable. Now, when I just said belief, I don't mean you have to sit there fully believing it and not doubting, but that's the key. Doubt is the devil, and doubt will stop you. You've got to have the faith that it's going to manifest. And whenever you go backwards and doubt, you've now gone into unwavering territory of fear rather than unwavering territory of faith. There is an axis here of like, how much are you in the fear realm and how much are you in the faith realm? Most of you are constantly in a fearful state, but you're doing it unknowingly. So you think you're not thinking those things, but unfortunately you're constantly in a state of fearfulness in your mind, in the back of your mind, in your subconscious mind, unwaveringly hidden back here. And you know why that is? Because your subconscious mind's job is to keep you safe. So it's going to constantly remind you on a consistent basis of all the fears that you now hold and you've always held, just in case you get hurt. So that same level of dominance of thought you need to have now and tip the scale to the axis of faith. So you've got to get rid of those dominant fearful thoughts that you don't even realize you're thinking. You become aware of them. That's what my whole account's about. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to make you aware, because this is the power of your awareness I'm teaching you. Become aware of these thoughts that you've constantly been thinking in the back of your mind that are causing your state, that is then causing out here. When you become aware of them, you start to change them. And then as you change them, you live in a faithful state in the outcome that you do want, because you've no longer got those fears. Or when those fears arise, you observe them and you change them and you think the opposite or the favorable thoughts instead to create a favorable state that will then create a favorable outcome, which is what you're trying to manifest right now and have faith in, the unseen favorable outcome. Unfortunately, you've all had faith in an unseen, unfavorable outcome. And you're not aware of that. And that's why this seems really hard, but you did that really easily. So, unfortunately, and some of you are writing like literal bullshit questions while I'm giving you the golden fucking keys to the kingdom. Someone's written, is seeing initials on a license plate bullshit? Do the numbers mean anything? Darling, I'm fucking teaching you all about manifestation. And you're caring about license plate numbers, angel numbers. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Do you want to learn how to actually manifest, I don't know, the thing you're trying to create luck in or get an angel number about? Do you actually want to learn? Or do you want to know about fucking angel numbers that mean fuck all because you're giving the meaning to the license plate? Some of you are so determined to ask your question that you think is so important, and you're not hearing what I'm saying whilst I'm talking. And you're here thinking I am literally going to stop my live and the wisdom coming out of my fucking mouth and answer your bullshit question about angel numbers, when if you had ever listened to me at any great length, you would know you're the one giving meaning to the fucking license plate. I really want to do this. I'm going crazy, lol. Well, stop typing. Start listening, darling. Absolutely. I'm tired of experiencing the same bullshit. Guys, look, I know you are. But in order to stop experiencing the same bullshit, you have to actually understand this. I just saw a TikTok with the housewives on it, the Housewives of Beverly Hills, about the reunion. And the first person on it is Amanda, the manifestation coach. And literally they've all got manifestation journals, and it says, what are you manifesting for this reunion? And she goes, that everyone lets go of their bullshit. And I wrote, proof that Amanda doesn't understand manifestation, ... She manifested the bullshit. And this bitch gets paid to teach people how to manifest, and she doesn't understand that the way she's been treated on that show and the outcome she created on that show, where the entire cast thinks she's a bullshit artist and fake and money obsessed and status obsessed, is all because she is money and status obsessed, because she's so fucking blissfully unaware of her own self-concept and the fact that she constantly plays the victim. And she's given everyone in the cast the ick, and then she's blaming them for the way they're treating her, which she's calling bullshit, which she herself manifested from her victim state. Geez, Amanda, maybe you should wake the fuck up and learn what manifestation actually is. You're manifesting bad outcomes. Like half the viewers hating you on this show and not wanting you back for the next season because you're playing the ultimate victim. There are manifestation coaches out there, guys, blissfully unaware that they're manifesting their own fears. Guess what Amanda's biggest fear is? Not being accepted and not seen as the status she wishes to be. And look what's happening in that show. Her greatest fear has come upon her. There are all these established women in the show who possibly may or may not have more money than her, but they certainly have more status than her and more fame than her. And she has manifested her own fear, which is not being accepted into the group of women who have status, not being seen as a person of status, being laughed at and ridiculed about her obsession with her purses and constantly talking about how much she earns and how much she earns more money than her husband and she's the breadwinner, and constantly talking about her business and nothing else. And her fear has come upon her, which is, I'm not accepted for me, so I have to prove that I'm something with money. And that will finally give me the status I crave. And yet she hasn't got the status. And then she comes into the show reunion saying they've all got bullshit that they should let go of. No, darling, you need to understand yourself. Amanda, manifestation coach, who doesn't understand how she's so obsessed with status because of her own self-concept, and how that obsession with status and money has caused her to be laughed at and ridiculed on the show and by the audience. And not accepted. So your desperate need to be accepted has backfired, because your fear is you won't be. And that's why you need to be this persona that you paint yourself as, money queen, because then you'll finally be accepted. But you aren't, are you? And that's manifested. And that was your fears, and you're blissfully unaware of them. So can you guys see, I'm trying to teach you, people who are blissfully unaware of their own fears will manifest their fears anyway, and then blame everyone else in their reality for the way they're getting treated, but they manifested that. Amanda manifested her treatment on that show. I literally watch that show and laugh out loud at her. I constantly ridicule her in a really mean way and scream at the screen when she's on, because I find her to be so ick. Look at Sutton on that show. If you guys watch his show, you'll understand. If you don't watch the show, you won't understand. Sutton constantly feels like she won't be liked by anybody and she's not part of the cool gang. So she never is. Right? You guys getting this? So how to have unwavering faith in the outcome you do want. You've got to get rid of this shit that you've currently got unwavering faith in that you don't realize you've got faith in, which is your fears. You've got to tip the scale from the fearful obsessional, unwavering, didn't realize I was thinking them subconscious thoughts, to, of course I get what I want. It's here. It's done. I'm in the knowing. I don't have those fears anymore. Now, how do you do that? That's why I give you courses, guys. That's why I give you assessments. That's why my self-concept course and my Worthy as Fuck for Love course, which I'll put here when it goes on YouTube, I give you assessments because most of you are blind to your own smell, just like Amanda on Housewives, who can't understand that she stinks of victimhood. She fucking reeks of it and she blames everyone else. And then she wonders why she's treated like she is. Don't be surprised you're doing it. Don't be surprised when everyone in your reality treats you the way you think about yourself. Don't be surprised when your fears have come upon you. You had faith in them for a long time and consistently, unwaveringly thought them. So the answer is identify what the fuck they are so you can think the opposite dominantly. I can tell you believe. I can tell you be. I can tell you just decide. I can say believe your God. How many of you fuckers can actually do that right now while all this shit's still going on? If Amanda, master apparently manifestation coach, is so blissfully unaware of her own stink, are you? Are you constantly playing the victim and blaming your specific person, or blaming the coach you went to coaching with who didn't fix it for you, or hopping from coach to coach's video because you didn't get the answer you sought? Are you constantly blaming the 3D reality like the economy or your boss or your parents? Or it's all you, guys. It's you. I do not want to hear one more of you tell me about what your SP is doing. They're doing what you're fearing. You have not changed those fears. So in order to have unwavering faith in the outcome you seek, you need to observe and change the current unwavering thoughts you don't realize you have. Are you guys getting this? That's the answer. I can give you the easy answer. Bing, just be. How many of you can fucking just be? Now, I do have a video called Just Decide, which is very popular at the moment, and everyone loves it. And it seems like the easy way out. Just decide, bing. Do that. Yes. Decide they have no free will because they don't. Decide you are God, yes, because you are. Decide you will get the outcome you want because that is inevitable if you think it is. But how many of you currently right now are still thinking old shit while you try and think that? Why do you try and have unwavering faith in the outcome that's favourable? How many of you are still fearful while you decide? I have so much faith now. Well, good, darling. You can't see it yet you know the outcome. You can't see it yet, but you know it will happen. You can't see it yet, but you know it's done. Are you at that point? No? Then you've got to get rid of the shit that's causing you not to be at that point. You guys getting this? I literally manifested yesterday the car of my fucking dreams in the fucking colour that I wanted, with the license plate having my, not lucky numbers, but my number that I like on it. So the person asking about the license plate on here, I don't believe in angel numbers, but I like a certain number, right? It's on my post office box and all this stuff. I like, right, certain numbers. I like this number, and I wanted a number. I always pick phone numbers and stuff for my staff that have certain numbers, okay? I sit there and pick the nice phone number. I just like nice phone numbers and license plate. I just do, right? I walked into the dealership after looking at other cars, and I'd been looking at this particular brand of car, but I couldn't find one that I liked in the price that I needed it to be. Okay, it was either too expensive or too old with no warranty. So I looked at the other brand of car. And I went and looked at these cars, but I had faith that I would have the car I wanted. I just didn't know where it was going to be, right? I walked into the dealership after going to the other dealership and looking at the other cars. I saw them, I thought, there's no personality with these cars. Like, everyone's got these cars. I literally walked into the dealership to look at another model of the same kind of car I just looked at. Went to a second dealership, walked in. As I went around the corner, I saw it. And there was this car in the colour that I absolutely love. And every single time I drive and see a car in this particular colour, I'm always like, oh, I want a car that colour. Where are the cars that colour? I never see cars this colour for sale, okay? And the only one I'd seen was a hatchback version of this car, and I didn't want a hatchback, and it was too old. And I was like, oh, bugger. And I kept staring at it and going, funny that car wasn't a hatchback, right? And I wanted a sporty version of a car with like sports alloys and all the stuff, and a sunroof that opened, not was a glass sunroof, and all these other cars I was looking at had glass sunroofs that didn't open. And I wanted a longer warranty, and I wanted it really low kilometres. I walked in, this car had the license plate numbers I want, was the exact colour I wanted, had sports additions on it, had alloy wheels, had a sunroof that opens, had extremely low kilometres, so low that it's lower than my car, which is even older than, no, about the same age as this car, but like, no, this car's younger, but the same kilometres as my car, which is extremely low, and had its warranty still for years. I couldn't believe it. I walked in, I said to the guy, I haven't seen this before. Where'd this come from? He goes, it literally came in an hour ago. It literally drove in to the dealership an hour ago. It's not even on the website yet. I went, oh shit. I said, forget about the other car that I want to see. I want to test drive this one. He went and did the license thing, took that. While he was doing all the license thing, we went for the test drive. It went on the website. And I said, oh, shit. He goes, here's the link. If you want to know more about the car, it's got all these additions. I said, well, shit, I want to put the deposit down. He goes, right, we'll put the deposit down so we can put sold on that so no one else can see it now. It hadn't even gone on the website. This house I'm living in had never gone on a website. I got this off the plan. Not off the plan. I got this before anyone saw it as well. I'm the only person who saw that car. I'm the only person who saw this house. I manifested this house out of fucking thin air with the floorboards I want and the bathroom layout I want and the colours I want. This house is the colour I was imagining with the marble bench tops I was imagining and the exact wooden floor colour I was imagining and the exact garden placement I was imagining and the exact kind of street I was imagining. And it came out of fucking thin air. Poof. Someone said, oh, my son's building these houses in this street. What street? Never heard of that street. Went there, went, oh my God, this is my house. Dropped out of the fucking sky. The real estate agent, I knew him from old. I said, listen, such and such, you're not letting anyone else see this house. You understand? He was like, okay. So I got this house and no one else put an offer in. And had someone else put an offer in, I would not have got this house. Had someone else seen that car yesterday, I would not have got that car. It would have got snapped up because it's such an unusual car. It's got so much personality. It's so rare. It's a rare car, very rare car, okay? It's not like all the other ones we're seeing that everyone's got. I had unwavering faith that I would find the house I wanted, despite seeing other houses I didn't like. I had unwavering faith that if I was going to get a fancy car, it would be the car I wanted, the type of car I wanted. And I remember looking at these other cars and thinking, oh, they're not sporty enough. I want a sports car. This is a sports car, right? With all the sports things. How did I do that? It didn't matter that the other cars weren't showing up the way I wanted. I knew I would get the car I wanted. It didn't matter that the houses I was seeing on websites weren't the houses I wanted. I knew I would get the house I wanted. How did I do that? I just decided I lived in the house already. I imagined a house like that. I imagined when I went upstairs to the bathroom, I almost fell over because I'd literally imagined the exact layout of the bathroom with the pull-out drawers and the open mirrors. So I didn't want a bathroom with mirrors that were like that. I wanted cupboards behind the mirrors. Both bathrooms have cupboards behind the mirrors. I wanted the exact wooden floor colour and I wanted the wooden floors to go throughout the house, not just be in the downstairs. I wanted the upstairs bedrooms to have wooden floors. And every other house I'd gone to had carpet and I fucking hate carpet. And there's not one bit of carpet in this entire house. I was like, yes. I wanted a very quiet street with a north-facing garden. I wanted it in this exact area. I wanted it near where I work. I didn't have to worry that it wasn't going to happen. I just decided I had that house. I just decided I would get that kind of car. I didn't know how or where it would come from. But weirdly, it's come from the exact same dealership that I got my previous car that I exactly manifested. It's just the more premium version of that dealership. There's the non-premium version where I got my first car that I manifested out of thin air. And this dealership is the same dealership. So when I traded my car in, they're giving me more money for the original car, even though it's not in very good condition, because it came from the same dealership. Are you guys getting this? Does she answer questions? Not if you're doing it while I'm talking. No, darling, why would I do that? Why would I stop my lesson right in the middle and just answer you because you're desperate? If you want your questions answered, guys, I go live every single Thursday inside my Subconscious Loz squad. I go on there for 35 minutes, like 30 minutes to an hour, and I answer all your questions, and I make sure I scroll back and you can write big, long, fat essays. Come and join me there where I'll actually answer you fully and completely. And you can put your name down to be on my Loz Line podcast where I'll give you over 10 minutes of free coaching. I'm just about to pick the next 3 people for the next Loz Line. I would like to know what you are doing to have that, just speaking to yourself. Okay, so what I do is, if I want to, say, manifest a house, I imagine my furniture in that house. Now, in this house, I actually have hardly any of my furniture because I left my furniture, most of it, in my old house and bought all new furniture in here. So I just imagine the furniture I want. I imagine the sofa I want, which is like this curved beige sofa. Can you see velvet? Beige sofa. I imagined I would have like boucle chairs, okay? I imagine the kitchen, the look of the kitchen, the colour of the kitchen. I imagine the colours of this house. I imagined it. I saw it, right? Same with the car. Every time I would see this particular colour car, I would always think, I want that car. That colour car, I want to drive one of those one day. And I would only ever see this colour car in Porsche or a Lamborghini. I never used to see this particular colour on any other car. So when it was on this particular model of car that I wanted, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen this model car have this colour. And it wasn't a wrap, it's actually come out this colour. And I'm obsessed with this colour. And I must have been, every time I saw a Urus or a Cayenne this colour, I must have been thinking, I'm going to have a colour car that colour. That's my colour car. I want that. Right? You guys getting this? So I just imagine myself as a driver of that colour car. I didn't question whether I was going to find that colour car, where I would find that colour car, how I would find that colour car. Right? I didn't question where I would find this house. I just decided I had a house like this. I was the owner of a house like this. I decided I want a sports car, and I actually manifested somebody else buying a sports car just before this, which is weird. So sometimes you'll manifest someone else in your life buying like manifesting what you're manifesting. So I've manifested twice now, the thing. You understand? Maybe I'm not making myself clear, but I'm trying not to reveal what my car is so people don't stalk me. I don't like revealing where I live, guys, or my car, to be honest. Online, you can't really do those things. Okay. Let me go back. Listen to Loz before you ask questions. Yes, guys. Sorry, I'm new to your account. That's all right, guys. How do you manifest those things? Guys, are you listening to me? If you really, really, really want to learn more about my personal manifestations, guys, come in the squad because I'm much more personal in there. I talk about more personal stuff than I do online here. Okay. Plus, there's so many success stories from the squaddies that we don't put out there. We just had an engagement the other day. It was beautiful. It said anonymous, and a lot of people put their engagements as anonymous posts because they don't want people asking them questions in the DMs, which is very understandable. We know who it is, but you guys won't know. But it was beautiful pictures and showed the ring, and it was exactly what she manifested, and he was overseas and everything. There were so many obstacles. Come and see that beautiful success story. We'll post it somewhere on my socials. So if you don't follow me on my Instagram, go there, make sure or get on my email list so you can see our success stories every Monday. So come and join the Loz letter, guys, or just go and get one of my freebies, one of my free courses or free offerings, and you'll get on my email list. And every Monday we send you just a snippet of some success stories and what they did to make their manifestations happen. Okay? Our Monday email is all about success stories. Real ones. We're not making them up. Okay? What's this? What's this? They said the car was discontinued, but I still got it. What's this? What's your car story? Loz, I did exactly what you said and got the exact car that I wanted in the exact colour, even though they said it was discontinued. Exactly. The first original car I got, I wanted a white hatchback, and they told me there was only black, and I was like, no, mate. And I was like, no, but I want a white one. You're going to get me a white one. He was looking at my boyfriend at the time like, is she fucking nuts? And then I got a white one, and when he turned up, he goes, how's your black car? I said, I got a white one. And he said to me, are you a witch? Because I said, I did it with, he goes, how'd you do that? I said, I did it with my mind. And he goes, are you a witch? Because there were no white hatchbacks. And this car, literally, it went on the website and within minutes it said sold on it. So no one else could look at this car. So just like my house, no one else got the opportunity to look in it. Open the door and look in it, drive it, nothing. No one else stepped inside this house before I bought it. Right? I had awful circumstances for a new car. I persisted that I would get a 2025 car, and I did. Oh, wonderful, Garrett. See, I had no awful circumstances for my original car. They wouldn't give me any finance, and I actually got finance from the company itself rather than a finance company, and I got a brand new car instead of a second-hand one. Best way to make sure SP doesn't end up showing up as his old unfavourable self. You don't show up as your old unfavourable you with your old unfavourable thoughts about his unfavourable self. You're doing that. Why are you talking about him as if he's making his own decisions to be unfavourable? You're doing that, darling. You're manifesting him that way. You're having thoughts that he is that way, therefore he can only be that way. They have no free will. Why are you talking about him like he's making decisions in your reality? The best way is to actually get this. You're not getting this. You're lost. Guys, if you are so lost about the fact that they have no free will, like the fact that I could fucking manifest a car out of thin air yesterday that didn't even fucking exist in the exact colour and the exact model with the exact sports trims I wanted, with the exact fucking license plate number on the end. Fuck me, guys. What part of this aren't you getting? Well, how do I stop him making his own decisions to be unfavourable? You're doing that. It's your reality. I manifested a car yesterday, exactly how I wanted it. Why can't you manifest your SP exactly how you want them? Oh, because you keep having unfavourable stories about him. I understand they don't have free will. No, you don't. That's why you asked the question the way you just asked it. You don't understand it at all, darling. Otherwise, you wouldn't have asked it that way. I'm worried about my own thoughts. No, nothing in that question was about your own thoughts. The question was about him and putting the onus on him to show up differently. Read the way you wrote it. Don't bullshit me, guys, and come in here and tell me that you understand free will and then write your questions as if they are making their own decisions and they are unfavourable. They are not unfavourable, Jessica. You are unfavourably thinking unfavourable thoughts, Jessica. Please don't bullshit me, guys. Oh, but I do understand free will. Do you? Then why did you write the question that way? Why are you asking me about him? Nothing you should ask me, if you understand free will, should even have him in the question. Oh, and I'm just asking about him because, yeah. If I really understood there was no free will, the entire question would be about me and my concept of myself, assuming him to be that way. I wouldn't have even asked about him. I wouldn't have even mentioned him. Come on, guys, listen to Loz and actually listen. This works. Look, Dixie, I must have a fucking big assumption that people are deaf or stupid. I know I have an assumption people are stupid. I have a really bad, it's really bad. My dad is really smart. My mum was also incredibly smart. They always used to tell me people are stupid. I must have ingrained in me that fuckers be stupid everywhere, because my parents used to constantly point out to me how stupid people were. So I must have a dominant assumption that there are so many stupid people. I've got to stop thinking that. I've been with you from the beginning, that's true. I do. Don't I have a really strong assumption people are fucking dumb? Or don't listen? Especially in customer service, you can't help but say, I know. I'm manifesting that Loz's viewers are getting it and it makes her so happy. Guys, look, Jennifer, so many people think I am angry at you guys. I'm not angry, guys. It's just the way I talk. Do you understand that I've got I go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. That's just my personality. It's probably ADHD or whatever. It's just the way I am. It doesn't mean I'm angry at anybody or frustrated. I know people in my life who are like that too. I don't have any problem with them, but everyone else thinks they're yelling or they're angry or they're having arguments. And I'm just like, they're just talking to me. What are you talking about? I can't see what they're doing because I do it too. And I'm just like, oh yeah, they're being loud right now. Like, you just have to get used to it, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, are you understanding? You've got to tip the scale from the fearful, unfavorable thoughts that you don't realize you're thinking, tip it further towards the faithful thoughts. If you're living more in this faithful area and less in the fearful area, you'll manifest it, even with fearful thoughts. Okay? You've got to tip it more this way than this way. Very few people have absolutely no fears whatsoever. Okay? It's the way people have been conditioned. Once they understand, they'll get it. Yes, guys. Everything is about you, and words don't mean nothing unless you give it meaning. Exactly, darling. All right, guys, come and join me in the squad where you can participate in the Lozline podcast. You can get coached by me, or you can just watch all the episodes in there. Right now, there's 4 wonderful episodes with squaddies getting coached on the deep self-concept issues. There is also our coaching library of over 400 videos you only get access to as a squaddie. It's $50 a month or $35 a month if you join yearly, and I highly recommend because you'll be kept accountable for that entire year. And you can do my year-long course called New Me, New Them. And the newest tracker is coming out today, which is the mental discipline tracker, making sure you are disciplined. No, not today, next week, the 1st of May, coming out on the 1st of May. All right, guys, make sure you join me in the squad and I will see you soon. Make sure to subscribe and follow me. Bye, guys.